A girl appeared naked in front of a man, asking for clothes. The man immediately took off his jacket and covered her. Suddenly, another man approached and demanded money. It turned out they were both thieves. However, they didn't realize the man they were trying to rob was a cop. When they saw his badge, the girl's partner ran away, leaving her behind. The cop caught the girl. She pleaded, "I don't want to go to jail." The cop replied, "Who said anything about jail? I want to see your parents." Reluctantly, she took him to her house. When they arrived, her father answered the door. "What happened, Sydney? And who is this man?" he asked. The cop responded, "I found your daughter naked behind a garbage container." The father sighed. "You're lucky this man helped you. Thank you, sir. You have a heart of gold. Come in, darling." The cop asked, "Could this good guy get a coffee?" The father replied, "Our coffee's finished." "Then maybe some water?" "I'm dying of thirst," the cop said. "Sure, come in." The father brought water and asked, "What do you do for a living?" The cop replied, "Business." "What kind of business?" Before he could answer, a voice called out, "Father!" The father said, "My son Jake is here." When the cop turned around, he recognized Jake as the man who had tried to rob him earlier. Jake punched the cop, knocking him unconscious. When the cop woke up, he found himself tied to a chair, with Sydney standing in front of him. "I wanted to help you, and you lured me into a trap," the cop said. Sydney replied, "Dad will be mad if I let you go." The cop warned, "They're using you. Can't you see that?" Sydney said, "They're my family." She then left to speak with Jake. "We've been caught. We should leave town," Sydney said. Jake responded, "We're not going anywhere. We'll deal with him and continue our work." "But he didn't do anything wrong," Sydney argued. "Your job is to distract strangers. My job is to take care of this family," Jake said coldly. Suddenly, Jake ran outside and saw the cop had untied himself and was searching for his gun. "Looking for this?" Jake taunted, holding up the cop's weapon. He aimed at the officer, ready to shoot, but Sydney struck him from behind, knocking him unconscious. "Run away," Sydney told the cop. "Come with me," the cop urged. "They're criminals. You're not." Sydney hesitated. "I want a normal life, but they're my family." "They've never let you live your life," the cop said. At that moment, their father appeared, furious to see Jake unconscious. "What's going on here?" Sydney pointed the gun at her father and said, "Jake tried to kill the cop, so I stopped him." The father softened his tone. "Jake made a mistake. We'll leave this town and let the man go." "Really?" Sydney asked. "Yes. Now listen to your father and give me the gun," he said, approaching her. As he hugged her, he suddenly tried to shoot the cop, but the gun was empty. Sydney had removed the bullets to test her father's intentions. The scene shifted as police arrived, arresting both the father and Jake. Sydney was finally free.